Arise, O Lord, for the ark of the covenant is risen. Beloved, we welcome you to this great platform and we salute you for being available for when God sorts for a man or a woman. It's not easy to sacrifice sleep early in the mornings, but early in the mornings is very, very important. Why? The morning begins after 4 a.m. thereabout. That is the beginning of the morning. So 5 a.m. is a very, very good door opening of the new day. Due to lack of knowledge, we used to think it is 12 midnight. No. 12 midnight, how? It doesn't start that. That's why it is 12 midnight. So that night is part of still the other day, which must continue to almost when the new day is about to begin. That's early morning. The gate of the day. And we must take the battles at the gate. That's why we begin the prayer 5 a.m. That is pressing the battles at the gate. Contending with agitations, conspiracies, networkings, monthly prosmagators, enchanters, astrologers, stargazers, witchcraft and wizardry. You see, all these things are very, very important to contend with at the gate of the morning. That's why God asked Job, have thou commanded that day since, have thou commanded that morning since thy days? You see, he didn't say, have thou commanded that midnight. No. He said, have thou commanded thy morning since thy days. We who are always ready to sacrifice for the world every day, every morning. In our records in the spirit world, it is being jotted down. So we will not be asked, have thou commanded thy morning? Because we have done it. May God bless you. It's one question God asked Job. That means it is very, very important for every man to command his morning every day. In other words, to make a decision on the matter of the new day, what you want to happen. So that the devil does not take things for granted. Look at what God told Cain. That sin is at their door. Its desire is to have you. In other words, evil is always at our gate of the morning. And its desire is to control us, to torment us, to deal with us, to frustrate us, and to conquer us. That is what the devil does. That is why God told Cain. God is a good God. He told Cain. And later he told Cain, the master over it. In other words, overthrow it. In other words, subdue it. In other words, destroy it. So in fact, dealing with gates is very, very important. Many people don't even know the mysteries behind gates. People go to funeral houses and they shake hands anyhow. Hey, your palm is a gate to your body. That's why when somebody is giving you something, you receive with your hands. So your gates must not be open to everybody anyhow. Because the person you are shaking, do you know the spiritual identity of that person? Some people go to funeral not because they know anything about the funeral or they are interested in the funeral. They went there because it's a market of souls. Huh? Have you heard me? That's market of souls. Everywhere human beings gather, that is a market of souls. So people can go and capture souls and send them to wherever they want to be used. And when they capture your soul, you are finished. They are finished with you because your soul is really you. Look at David. Look at what he said. He said, my soul within me, why art thou downcast? Even David's soul was only downcast. Oh. In other words, it has lost hope. In other words, it is sad. In other words, it has become weak, broken. David was fighting to get it back to order. He said, why art thou downcast? Rise up. He said, rise up. Then how about when your soul is being captured and taken away? You're finished.